Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Cities Skylines 2. I am your host, Chase. I never say that. I don't know why I said it. But what we're looking at today is our industrial areas have a ton of crime. And by a ton of crime, I mean a ton of crime. And I think that there is a reason why there is all this stuff that's happening and nothing is occurring with it. And it's because my prison availability is 0 and my sentence is 25. So we need to get a prison facility set out. And I sort of wanted to do it somewhere where it's like, quote unquote, off the grid, away from places. People really don't want to live near prisons and stuff. It's just not a commonality of where people want to be. So we're looking at two areas. It's going to be our industrial area over there. We can sort of quit floating around with that because it just makes the game lag. Or we could do something over here in Shepherd Heights. Um, I like this little spot if it was a little more flat, or maybe if we put it out here. So that might be what we're going to do is put a prison out over here. You got this little key wall here that we could get the entrance and exit to the highway connected onto that. So that might be something simplistic. That is beautiful the way that this is done. Highway over top of the other road because it has to squeeze through there. That's actually really cool. That is really cool. I never noticed that. But yeah, I think that this might be the spot to put a prison right here. So let's figure out how we want to get this set. Do we want to do that, or do we want to do like an island prison? This seems like out of the way, and I like it being out of the way. If I put it, I mean, let's get our roads here settled. So we're going to have off of this here, we're going to get a road that just tucks off like that. And then over here, this is going to have to be, I mean, this is going to be a complete one way. So, right, that worked. Yep. 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 Okay. So now we can get off of that and bring this up here like that. And then from here, we will be able to take the one highway and put it on like that. And then the other one would have to be like this. And we want to aim for less than 7% grade. So there's 7.2. And then if we can get this to morph in like that, that will work. And I don't know if there's a way for us to even get over in that way whatsoever. The only thing that I could do here to make it that if you're coming from that way, ooh, because that connects through, that does what it needs to do. This somehow would have to get over here. And those train tracks just go up over that road real quick. They go under that and up over that. There's no way for me to really do this. I mean, we could spin a loop around here. Have the loop end like right in this spot. And then connect down into the road. So it would be something like this. We take it out from here. And then we would loop it to there. Let's see, that's too much of a grade. That's 14%. So we would actually have to come out this way a little bit more. Okay, and now let's turn snapping off. And I actually want to half step this, quarter step it, and then turn snapping back on. So there's 0.25, there is nope, let's get that back off snap. Let's put this right there. And now get this down the whole way. Like that. The only thing I would change is just this connection into here. And that is very simple. So we'll select that. Turn the snapping off. Actually, we'll go here. Nope. Nope. There we go. Okay. That should probably fix out to what I do need. And honestly, that from coming this way and coming this way, you can get into there. This way, if you're coming from over this way, you cannot get there. Unless... oh, it would be something like this. Okay, let's do something cool here. We are going to make it snap. And we are going to rotate like this. And then right in like that. But we can't do that because that now messed up where that sits. Okay. So we need to get this highway situated again. So that is a 2-lane. Still don't work. That does not work. That should be wider there. What do we got here? Can we arch this? No. How can we elevate this? What happens if we cut out of that earlier? So we take this. I don't want that. I want to keep it the whole ways up. So that was good there. Okay, so now that's pieced together with no issues. But as soon as we take this here, it's going to add in piece. But like, are these all over the road here anyway? Yeah, the holes down through there. Yeah, they're kind of all on. See, they need to fix that in the game. Okay, so that's gonna be the best that we can get that. So that allows you to get on the highway there and then come over to here, and that will get you to our prison. So I don't know if this is 100% going to fix the issue that I'm having, but I'm hoping that this does fix the issue that I'm having. So we will literally just place this down here, just like that. And now we want to soften this terrain. Or bring it down. Let's level it. Let's level it. And pause this because... Nah, whatever. Don't pause it. Let's level it to this level. And then we'll soften it. Okay. And now soften this. Awesome. So now that we have that, let's see what our additions are. Library and Rec Center, and then we have these, which are prison wings. And we can set these prison wings where we want to, I believe. So like if I wanted to put one, yeah, it connects on that side. If I wanted to put one here, like we'll have one that's, we don't want them close to the red. We want that one there, that one there. Let me see here, can we move this? Oh my. Okay, maybe not that spot, because that looks like it got... Yeah, let's level more of this terrain out. Okay, and then soften this again. Okay. So now we got that, and this just needs water to it. Yeah, which I'm not sure why this just isn't connected. Oh, this needs water and sewage to it. And then we need electricity as well. Does that give power? No, I don't think you can take from the train lines. And we won't go underground. There's no way that that will transport enough power. That's going to definitely mess with the grid. Okay, so let's get this one set here. This one set right here. This one set in this spot. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Okay, we'll get that right back to where it was. These two blocks will be near each other. And then you'll have this one over here. Okay. And then we're going to have walkways, just paths. Why is this... Why does it do that all the time? Why does everything want to be elevated when I put it down? Okay, let's try this again. Just ground level here. Why does it want to do that? Is this not level ground? Okay, maybe it's just because I'm placing it too close to that building. And we'll just get this gridded out. Just like that. And then this will come over here just like that. And then we'll get these, they always have these little pieces where they go in between at certain angles. It's like never a simplistic pathing system. Just like that. Like we got a little layout there going. Okay, so we got that piece together. And I wanted to see, there was a ability to do net lanes and do fencing. And I want to high industrial. Like, how tall is this? How tall is this? That's way higher. But that looks the most realistic between all of them. So we will take this and let's grid this out. So we got this fence that will go around the facility. And I love that we're able to do this because before with me trying to do any fencing, I was trying to place down like individual fences all the time. And because of that, it made it a hassle. And I mean a hassle to try to get anything accomplished. So we got that to there. And we probably want this fence down to here. Yeah, so that makes it so it's the whole ways around there. Like that. Definitely like that a lot. There we go. We'll even put a fence that's just the whole ways around this here. Because you sort of don't want the inmates just walking around the prison freely. Bring this down to here. Wish there was gates that we could put down. That would be awesome if we had an ability to do gates. And I think there's a few things that I want to add into here as well. But hopefully this solves my crime issue that I had going on. Oh yeah. Seems like there's a couple of them that have went away. Traffic jam there, traffic jam there, traffic jam there. It's okay because we don't have any traffic jams over here in our industrial section because that's what we fixed in the last episode. So this is probably going to have to be something that we fix there in the future. So we'll go ahead and see. And let's see what else that we can get down in here as like a prop and stuff. So plop the growables. We are going to do... We'll have like a water pumping station down here for this. Oh, is that the water side? I thought that was the water side. I thought that was the water side. Okay. Oh, this groundwater pumping station. What do we want to do here? I mean, that looks like a place where people would eat at and stuff. This little cat looks like a little cafeteria. Let's see if there's anything in the school section. That's an extension that goes on the top. Yeah, we'll use this right here. Oh, that's outside the city limits, I forgot. So let's see. We do that. We can place that there. What else do we have? Oh, that looks good in here. These things are huge, yeah. They're gigantic. This is really big. What is that? The Collider. Medical University, College Library. Yeah, it's sort of like a certain look of building that we're looking for. Extension wing. We can place this extension wing. Where can we put this? Yeah, we can place the extension wing there. That looks like something that they would use. And then they definitely do have sports parks and stuff. Like they have the weightlifting areas and things of the sort. So we do have to put down some weightlifting stuff. This is the extra garage. What can we use this for? Garage doors on this side. Just right there. So there's like an extra garage or something for that. Just don't want stuff with garage doors on it everywhere. That's what I'm looking at. Oh, we can do some buildings off of this. This would be a great spot. So there's your extension wings and stuff. We got the central bank. Yeah, I don't want that. Do we want a helipad on top of this place? That'd be pretty cool. Small police station, city police station, police station helipad, police station headquarters, holding cells. It's like an add-on, so it's open in the back. I don't really want that. Just trying to find something to place down here that makes sense. And like they do have the parks and stuff, so might be something that we look at. Emergency battery station. Probably something like this across the street. That's a half-open building. Of course it is. Not what I'm looking for. Okay, let's see about this. What if we go industrial? Is there buildings in here that we could do? Almost like places where they would have workshop classes and stuff. No, probably not. I mean, that doesn't look bad. But there was definitely, what was that we had? I believe it was under the school section. It was the Geological Research Center. Yeah, this thing is gigantic, but like if we place this here, just like this, just right there. That's too far to the right. We gotta move this a little to the left. So we put there and there. Awesome. So now that we have that, we can delete that path and we can delete the other path that goes through it. And we don't want builders. Come on, let me delete this path. Do we have to move this? There we go. Okay, let's place this back to where it was. So we go right there. And right like that. And then we're going to take this and right here. And concrete, ground, tile, sand, pavement, concrete surface. To there. From there to that 91 looks better than that 90 did. That's the only reason I did that. Awesome. Have that sitting on top of some concrete there, and then we'll actually take a pathway and we'll guide that baby right up along there. And then we'll guide this one right along the back. And then we'll take this here. We'll just extend it like that. Awesome. So now we got those little pathways and stuff selected in there. That building put together, the wings, the fence around the whole place. That looks good. And we only have one crime scene over here now, which is nice. I see a few over in the distance. Crime scene there. Traffic jams way over in the distance. What's that for? Oh, that is. So yeah, it looks like this solved our crime issue. We just needed more prison cells. And that allowed us to go ahead and get pretty nice prison laid out here. I think it looks good. I think there's some extra things added onto it that were nice. I don't know if there's any other ploppable buildings or anything that we can do. Such as like an office building or something like that. I wish there was like a building that looked like a cafeteria. Just like was a cafeteria. I just don't think there is anything like that. I tried to look in certain spots for that university extension wing is huge. It's upsetting though that I don't have. I wonder if I could. Like a cafe? Parkside Cafe. But like if I had this and it didn't connect to anything. But no, it's not gonna like that. If I just went just parks. I just want like a whole park. Let's just see. No. Well, I want all of them. Okay, that's why. Height clearance bar, no. Gym. There we go. Gym park. That's what we're looking for. So what's this saying? Oh, we can just set the certain things up. Or they have them all laid out like this. Okay, so we can get these all put together and then we can get a fence around those. Oh, there's a gymnasium too. Okay, okay. Outdoor gym. See, that's not gonna... And this has that piece on the front of it, so it's like gonna be hard for me to squeeze this somewhere. But I can absolutely probably get that squeezed in this spot. That would probably work, squeezing that in there. It would work. Oh, it would really work if I squeezed it in here. Okay, yeah, that would really work if I did that. So let's go back to this. Gymnasium. Just right like that. Awesome. And then we'll take this, because this is just having a day and a half here. There's already people working out. Oh, that didn't work at all. Okay, so does this not have an ability for me to... I guess not. So what can we do? Can we just... extend this to... Yeah, that's about all you can do is to extend that, and then we would just take the fencing and put the fence around it. Now, of course, there's no gate, so it's going to be an open spot. But hey, gotta do what you gotta do. And then we'll take another fence. Uh-oh. Then we'll get this fenced in like that. Okay. So there's that. I wish that this didn't stick out like this. But I mean, I can cover this up like this. So let me come into here, and that is a tile surface, and that's this one. I believe it's this one. Yes, it is. Okay. So we got that there. Then we can actually get that one there as well. There we go. Okay, so we got those two pieces situated, and now all I have to do is just put something stupid down there around the corner. Can we do trash? Okay. And these are going to be... Yeah, probably going to be big dumpsters, if I'm honest with you. Because you don't want these guys picking these things up. There we go. Okay. So we got some trash bins and stuff placed out. We got the gymnasium. We got the piece there. Let me see if we can get some more fencing straightened out here. Just to make sure they aren't walking in the grass. It's our grass, the taxpayer grass. Okay, that bush is gone. And then we'll take a few trees and stuff and place those trees in here. So let's get some oak trees and we'll go there and just get a few of these placed throughout. I don't know if they use that sort of stuff. I figured that you will want it cleared out as much as possible to see, but I think that works good. I think we got our little prison town here. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We went ahead and put together this little prison and stuff here, got this all built out. It solved some of our crime problem in the city, and hopefully it solves yours too, placing down a new prison and stuff. So this is all situated. We have enough prison availability for 750 people, and there's still a few issues that do need solved in the city. Of course, we got like people waiting for ambulances and This guy has no car access because this needs to have a... This is the dumbest thing ever, too. This has to have a alleyway behind it, I guess. If I go one more, then that's not going to connect. Okay, well, sorry, they gotta go then. Hopefully they build back. And hopefully they build back with an ability to leave and exit and stuff. But there's a few more, there's like abandoned buildings and stuff happening across the city. Why did you abandon? I have no clue, but we'll figure it out. And I appreciate you guys for watching. I have been Chase, and I guess we solved our crime issue to a point in our city with our new prison. I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you guys for all the support. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.